I've made over $50,000 in the last few months as a university student. And the one thing that helped me along the path is because I prioritize growth rather than just financial results. And let me tell you why. The whole idea is that I made these few $1,000s not actually just from sitting in my bedroom, as much as you guys might wish it is. I actually put myself, drew the line in the sand and took risks that I thought I wouldn't have done last year. I went to a Dubai trip, invested all my money, 3,000 USD, which was all my savings at the time. And then I invested in my first mentor, then my other mentor, and now I've spent over $20,000 in just knowledge. You guys might feel like this is amazing. Some of you might think that this is very, very unattainable, or some of you might already have that money. The thing is, I was once in your position. I thought this shit was unattainable for me. I was sitting in your shoes once. I didn't think I had the ability, had the personality traits to become a person that I see online. You take a look at social media now, you scroll a few times and the things you see are, oh, how I made $500,000 in the last 7 days. And you think that you need to be this perfect person with perfect personality, working 24/7, grinding inside your room. The only way to that goal is just making sure you do as you promised. And you actually do the things that you said you would. Instead of giving up, instead of pushing it back for 2 weeks, 3 weeks. You just back yourself up every day and you make sure you show up. And like I said, you do what you promised. You see, I'm just an average Asian kid. I didn't do the best in school. I didn't get into the best university. I'm definitely not an intellect. But one of the main things I did as a child was I never was scared of trying. Trying everything in sports, everything in business, AI automation agency, shoe reselling, sports clothes reselling, trading, drop shipping. You name it, I've probably done it before. But you see, every single one of them I failed in. Because I tend to realize now that it's not so much the motivation, because the motivation always fades, but it's just discipline. And that's something that I like. Because to be honest with you, I took these opportunities for granted because I never had the discipline to back myself up. And when I went to university, I lost more than not just discipline, but the will to get better, the will to succeed, pushing myself forward. I didn't try anything anymore. And that's what dug me into a hole. I lost my will to grow, my will to succeed. I lost my happiness. I was fat. I was, I think, 95 kg, close to obesity, and everything that I did, I thought that I couldn't get out of it. The hole just kept getting deeper and deeper. I didn't put myself in positions where I can grow. I didn't put my mind to things and stick to it for a long period of time. I didn't build the discipline that I needed, and I didn't do the things I said I would. Started getting closer with my university friend. I know it sounds gay, but we were video calling every single night, meeting every single other day. Anything we did it together. And that made me realize that I'm not so far off him. We have the same beliefs, same culture. We kind of had the same card dealt to us, except he took advantage of it and I just stayed in the same exact position. So I lowered down my ego. You guys know how difficult it is speaking to your boys, seriously, but in this moment of time, we were on a call and I said to him, I want to change. I want to be closer to what you're doing. I want to be like you. How do I get to that position? And that's when I stopped fucking around and I started doing the things I wanted to do. I started eating clean. I started going to the gym. I started going on runs. I started studying sales, slowly creating an income just for me and not just relying on my parents, building something that I was genuinely proud of. And a month in, of course, my boy told me to take an even bigger leap. Investing all my money, all my savings into a trip, which was like $3,000 to Dubai, just to meet high-level guys, his clients, entrepreneurs. I was making 5-6 figures a month. And I said, fuck it, why not? So I took all my money inside my Indonesian bank account, I transferred it over. I bought my plane tickets, I think a few hours after he told me, because I knew that if I thought about it for a while, your brain just keeps thinking of reasons of why you're not going to be able to do it or why not to do it. Worst case scenario, I spent 10 days in Dubai. What's the worst thing that can happen? Hello. Yeah, thank you very much. To you?
Latte as well.
Maybe
I think I was making like $700 in the space at the time. $700. I didn't even get paid yet, by the way. It was first month in, as in like 26th of the month I first started. I actually found my first client that I brought to six figures. Not only did I build a network, but I also dialed in the client that I was working with. That client gave me so many opportunities, moving into site management, moving into growth op, even though it wasn't the best story ever. It made me learn a lot because I put myself in a position where I was learning from bigger entrepreneurs. I saw how they moved, how they ate, their discipline, whether they went to the gym every morning. Some of them woke up at 6 a.m. even though they slept at 2 just to go on a run. Right after the Dubai trip, I made the biggest month I've had in my second month, which was 5.4K. And 6 months then, everything just went really, really well. I mean, not amazing, but I thought that it was the right decision to move on from setting management into growth op. I partnered up growth op with this 2 million followers guy. He was a fitness influencer. You probably know him. I'm not going to say his name just because I don't want to talk shit about people. But what I did for him was I made out his sales funnel, his copywriting. I did out his sales team. I built out his fulfillment. I literally made all the automations. I did that all myself. I think working 200, 300 hours in just 2 weeks trying to build up this program. What we were told is that he was making 30K a month before us. And he told us that the lead flow is amazing. I mean, 2 billion followers, shiny object syndrome, first growth op client. I thought I cracked the deal. I thought I was going to be able to make 30, 40K a month. But after all that hard work, building out all of the funnels, we did a launch. And this guy didn't even put out his VSL. He didn't actually do the things that we wanted him to do. Instead, he made out story sequences for DQ leads. He didn't even talk to a sales team, right? And this is one of the biggest bottlenecks that I tend to see inside offer holders. They don't speak to their sales team. These are the guys that are actually making you the money. How can you not give a shit enough to actually speak to them and motivate them, right? Just one talk a week is going to change their mentality and their motivation by so much. And this was probably one of the worst experiences I've had inside the info space since I started up till this day. And slowly the reason why I wanted to make up my business myself, because when I started working for this guy, I was working a lot of hours. I'm telling you, I had a team of 7 people that I was managing. I did all of that. It was a shitty month. It was better than what we expected because it was literally a sinking ship from the get-go. After about 4 weeks, we spoke. We started to see that, we're probably going to end our partnership. But instead of paying out a sales team, instead of giving us the commission that we got for him, he just ghosted us. He blocked me on every single account. I think he owes us around 10K. So I ended up losing money paying out the sales team because I feel like shit if I don't pay out a sales team. I'm a sales guy. I know how bad it hurts when you try so hard every single day. You don't make enough money and they don't end up paying you. And so I started to crash out. I'm telling you, the month after that, I hated everything. I hated sales. I hated setting. I hated the online space. So that's when I thought enough is enough. Okay. One last thing before you go. I know this might sound like an amazing journey to $50,000 for you. Some of you might love it. Some of you might fucking hate it. Right? But the one thing that I want you to get out of this video is this. Do everything that you said you would. There's nothing that's not worth trying. Because at the end of the day, you're not going to die. You're still going to be able to go home. The world does not end. So go for that weekend trip. Ask that girl out for the date. Go on that hiking trip. I'm in fucking Lake District right now. Go to the gym 3 times a week. Completely stop smoking. All of these incremental changes that you stack up, they're going to be one of the most exponential changes you'll ever have in your life. And trust me when I say this from experience. Anyways, thank you for listening. I'll speak to you guys soon.
Private party, you and your girls in my apartment. We stayed friends in Miami till we made love in Argentina.